Inside the Bellator cage, we go to 3 5-minute rounds in the light heavyweight division. Introducing the red corner first, at 5'11", weighing in 202.5 pounds. His professional record stands at 4-5. He fights out of San Antonio, Texas. Introducing Matt Jones. And across the cage, his opponent tonight fighting out of the blue corner at 6'4", weighing in 205.5 pounds. Tonight, making his U.S. debut, he brings a professional record with 11 victories, 3 defeats. Fighting out of Milton Keynes, England, introducing Linton the Swarm Vassell.
Round number 1. Our fight clock is brought to you by Miller Lite, the official beer of Bellator. It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
Oh, nice 1-2 right off the bat. Actually lead right, more of a 2-1.
Jones driving for the takedown. He gets it immediately, the sweep from Vassell. Matt Jones from the state just to our south, Texas. He's in the black trunks. Linton Vassell, the Englishman, making his U.S. and Bellator debut. Holding top position, knee on belly, he's in the yellow trunks.
And Matt Jones is cut already, looks like it's on the forehead. Around the left eye, looks like.
Jones trying to hold open half guard. You see Vassell trying to pass, trying to turn.
Nice transition there to pass.
Vassell looking to take the back, Jones rolling with him. Left-hand top position from Linton Vassell.
Problem with getting cut early is it gives your opponent a target to work on throughout the entire fight. Look for Vassell to work that eye whenever he can.
Big takedown. For someone who's never wrestled, Linton Vassell really flowing like a wrestler early in this Bellator debut.
Yeah, he's transitioning well. He's not putting his weight down at the right time. That's why Matt Jones is able to pop back to his feet.
90 seconds gone, round number 1. Takedown number 2 for Vassell. Elbow strike from Vassell. Jones again to his feet. Knee to the thigh. Jimmy Vassell really sticky in the early going.
Yeah, he's certainly keeping a lot of pressure on Matt Jones. Oh, that knee hurt him.
Big knee to the body.
I think that knee just dropped him right down to his knees, Sean.
Lefts and knees to the rib cage from Linton Vassell.
A lot of those lefts are right on the left eye that's cut for Matt Jones.
Jones just finding no space with which to try to turn this tide. You see the bad cut.
Bad cut getting worse. Jones so far, no offense of his own in this fight.
Another big knee to the body. Recognized as a low blow by referee Don Turnage, time called.
Not again, okay? It's your second one. First one was close. Listen, okay? Only warning. Stay there.
You just heard Turnage say the first one was close. That one was low.
You got 5 minutes.
Let's see with this left knee. Can't really tell from there. It looked like a belt line shot. That looked legal to me. It might have hit the cup on the way up, but I don't think that targeted the groin.
You ready?
Jones says he's ready. Time in. Round 1 continues. Swing and a miss with the overhand right from Jones, missing with that kick.
Problem's cut right over the eye. A lot of that blood's going to run into the eye. It's going to affect his vision. Vassell doing well from the outside with that reach advantage I talked about. He's using it well. Nice straight punches right down the pipe. Nothing loopy. Look at that.
See blood on the face of Linton Vassell, but it is not his own blood. It's the blood of Jones.
Jones has to sell out and get inside. He's not going to win on the outside against Vassell. Vassell, he can afford to fight at a measured pace right now. See, he's not rushing anything. Not
Vassell.
burning himself out. He doesn't have to.
70 seconds remaining round one. Jimmy Vassell, a big frame for a light heavy, 6'4". Jones not small for a light heavy. He's 5'11", but you can really see the contrast in body types.
Thing is, you have to fight for your body type. If you're the shorter guy with the stockier arms, you have to get inside and use those stockier arms. And right now, Matt Jones not using the footwork necessary to get inside and do that.
Hands high for Linton Vassell. Jones trying to go to the body, trying to step in with the jab.
Every time Jones comes forward, that jab is right in his face.
Powerful outside kick.
Oh, good right hand. Vassell content to pick him apart.
Jones trying to turn up the aggression. Linton Vassell showing a lot of calm, a lot of poise here in round number one. We'll go to round two.
Some action for that first round. The lift and slam by Vassell right on the shoulder. As that knee to the gut, that dropped him.
Ready? Go! Fight!
The Chickasaw Nation is assigned the referees. Jimmy, of course, your scorecard.
Easy 10-9, Linton Vassell completely controlled that first round.
Interesting, Jimmy, on the first knee to the body that really did damage on Jones. Don Turnage said to Vassell the first one was close and he ruled the second one low. Replay evidence on the second, again, we're not right there, but it was very close. It looked like it was legal when it landed, but as you raise the point, maybe it's the action if it scrapes the cup.
Could have been, but the danger is Jones going to his knees like that. You got to stay in the fight. I've seen guys lose fights because of an illegal blow. They curl up and the ref stops the fight. Ref didn't see it, it doesn't happen.
Jones badly cut early stages of round number one, and you see the blood all over his face. Cut just above the left brow. Now going for the rear naked choke is Vassell.
Not in great position to get it. He might have it because that arm's underneath the chin. And lost it. Hips just weren't in the right position. If there's been a weakness to Vassell's game so far, it's been that. He just hasn't put pressure on Matt Jones at the right time with his hips. Showing some inexperience on the ground, but
Vassell lost his second attempt. You see now one hook in. Trying to find a third rear naked choke attempt.
Rear naked choke from here would not be very smart. Needs to get further behind Matt Jones. This is a good position just to land ground and pound. He's got that eye to concentrate on as well.
Big forearm. Another forearm from Vassell. He's targeting that cut, Jimmy.
Yeah, but still that measured pace. I mean, he's not going crazy right now trying to get the finish. Seems content to chop away at Matt Jones.
Again, fishing for the rear naked choke is Linton
Back of the
Vassell.
head.
Turnage warning, Vassell. Strike to the back of the head. See Vassell, one hook in, trying to flatten Matt Jones. Jones proving slippery from this bottom position. Jones holding half guard, posturing onto his hip.
Let's work out of this, guys. Let's work out of it. Come on. Get busy.
There's really more forearm strikes, Jimmy, than they are elbows from Vassell.
Yeah, very true. Short forearm smashes. He's wondering when Vassell's going to turn it up and try and look for a stoppage, try and string 4 or 5 together because he hasn't done that yet.
Matt Jones coming in said he wanted to ugly up this fight, but clearly this is not what he meant.
Well,
he meant get on the inside.
The fight is ugly. I'll give him that, but not in the way he wanted.
What he wanted was get on the inside standing, dirty boxing, cut the range and the reach advantage of Linton Vassell.
Oh, not ugly as in I'm going to bleed all over the mat?
I don't think that's what he had in mind.
Because that's what's happening.
Vassell with the reach, the range advantage, but yet he's really been winning this fight by being so sticky on the ground and standing. Sweep from Jones, sweep right back from Linton Vassell, matching that.
Keep your fingers
Trying to
out.
achieve full mount. There's the cage walk from Jones. Backdoor escape from Matt Jones, and you see turn for turn, there's Vassell. I have been impressed by the Englishman's movement in this fight.
Yeah, good movement, not great positioning. That's been the story of this fight on the ground for Vassell.
Vassell again looking rear naked choke, just can't find it from the angle.
Well, his hips just haven't been in the right position.
Just going to say that, Jimmy. What did you just say about positioning?
It's just positioning. That's what he hasn't had.
45 seconds remaining, round number 2.
And he keeps hooking that arm rather than taking the back. That's an interesting strategy. You can't crucifix a guy from here, but you need to put hips into his shoulder. He's not doing that at all.
Vassell continuing the throw, continuing the land. Big forearm strike again.
20 seconds left, and I don't know if Vassell doesn't just turn it on and try and get the stoppage here.
Both hooks in from Linton Vassell. High in this ride, though, throwing the left hand. Fishing for the rear naked choke, no commitment to it. Final seconds now of round 2.
Right.
That's the bell.
Vassell all over Matt Jones in that second round. Landing these pot shots, targeting that eye, moving when he had to. Those short forearm strikes we talked about, Sean.
Fight!
Jimmy, you and I talk all the time in this sport about unorthodox strikers. Linton Vassell thus far has looked like a really unorthodox grappler.
Yeah, very unorthodox grappler. Good movement. Hasn't put weight in the right place like a jiu-jitsu guy would, but I like his transitions, I like his movement. But here's where he's done the most damage, really on the feet, is at this kind of range, this straight punching range. Matt Jones needs to sell out and get inside and go for broke, which is exactly what his corner told him to do.
Your scorecard?
10-9 both rounds by Linton Vassell. The reason I'm not going 10-8 in that round number 2 was a total wipeout. There was never a moment I thought this is about to be stopped. I need that in my book for a 10-8 round.
Vassell has looked very athletic. He's matched Jones on the ground turn for turn. Unorthodox in the sense that he lands up in some lands in some very unusual positions. Hooking the arm a lot with his leg, things that we just don't often see in the cage.
Yeah, very true. See, just no urgency from Matt Jones at all. He's behind 2 rounds to none, if not one 10-8 round.
Good right hand in the left. Not much on that overhand right from Jones.
You see, even the jab, I mean, Vassell's not snapping his punches, not looking for a knockout. He's just pot-shotting his way to a win.
Jimmy, you said in round 1, Vassell doesn't throw the 1-2, he throws the 2-1.
Yeah.
The right hand and then the left jab out of that conventional stance, the right-handed stance. He's doing his best to defend the takedown and can't. Vassell right back to work on the ground. Now trapping the arm with the knee, stepping over.
The thing to me is that neither guy has really had a sense of urgency in this fight. You know, Vassell hasn't had, that killer instinct to go in and finish the fight, and Matt Jones hasn't had that I'm losing, I have to get back in this fight moment. Both guys fighting at a very measured pace for totally different reasons. It's one thing I always, try and tell guys, no matter how far ahead you are, a guy is dangerous in there. Every second you're in there is a second you can get knocked out. Don't spend an extra moment there if you don't have to. You have a guy in bad position and he's bloody and you're winning the fight, unload, get him out of there. That's something Vassell just hasn't done. I'm not the, play it safe and, don't risk anything kind of mentality, because a guy can always come back and catch you with something. We've seen it happen too many times.
Jones is definitely athletic, and we've seen him explosive in the past. He's trying to explode now out of this bottom position. Just 2 minutes remaining in this light heavyweight fight. Open half guard held by Matt Jones. Vassell now Downward elbow strike to the body. Look at the blood flow out of that left eye that cut just above the outside of Jones's brow.
And one thing you have to remember, this fight has been totally one-sided. It wouldn't take very many strikes in a row for the referee to step in and stop it. You got to be thinking that if you're Vassell. Just hit a guy a few times. He's bloody. He's tired. I'm clearly winning. Just string together 5 or 6, and you can end this fight, and he's not doing it.
Vassell again trying to take the back.
Now he's in good position to finish. If he put it together, he could end this fight.
A lot of time for Vassell to find that rear naked choke finish. 1:10 now remaining in this third and final round.
You see right here, very high, not putting his hips in, trying to flatten Matt Jones out. That's what I mean by, you know, positional mistakes he's making. He's not putting pressure in the right places.
What were we saying about unorthodox?
Yeah.
Vassell almost holding a half Nelson there.
Yeah.
Not a criticism, just an observation. It's what works for you. Vassell doing very well in his US and Bellator debut. It's just fairly unusual type grappling.
Yeah, very unusual.
Jones trying the cage walk. Call it unusual, call it unorthodox, call it unconventional, but Jones has not been able to solve Linton Vassell's ground game.
Or his boxing either. Been tagged from the outside on the feet as well.
No longer forearms, those are full-on elbows now from Vassell. Now lefts to the rib cage. Jones has played a lot of defense through this fight and ends the round taking shots flat on his back. Great show of sportsmanship, respect between these two fighters.
From the top, Linton Vassell just throwing short punches, short strikes, playing it safe, never giving up position, but never got that fight-ending sequence out there, never landed big shots, never put a ton together, just all over Matt Jones throughout.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance inside the Bellator cage, we'll go to your judges' scorecards. Your first judge, Kerry Hatley, scores the fight 30-27, while your second two judges, Don Mathieson and Jacob Montalvo, both see the fight 30-26, all for the winner by unanimous decision, Linton the Swarm Vassell.
So a successful US and Bellator debut for Linton Vassell. Gets his 12th Pro MMA victory by way of unanimous decision.